right, hi everybody. So we have finished our chapter on division. Yesterday was our last lesson. So we're going to spend a couple of days reviewing our skills that we've learned. So you're going to need something to write with, paper and pencil, a marker, your whiteboard. So if you need to pause the video to go grab that, go ahead and do so and then hit play when you're back with your things. All right, so the first thing that I want to review, and we've done a whole lot of this, so I feel like it should be pretty old hat to you, is I want to review counters being divided into equal groups. So let's say that I have 10 counters and I want to put them in 5 groups. Okay, and then I want to write the division sentence that goes along with that. How could I do it? Well, let's try. I know I need 5 groups. And then I know I'm going to equal share until I get to 10. So equal share means one group at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many are in each group? 2. So my division sentence for this problem would be 10 divided by 5 equals 2. All right, now we're going to let you try one. 16 counters, 4 groups. I would like for you to draw a model and then write the division sentence that goes with it. So you can pause the video, draw your model, write your sentence, and then come back when you're done. All right, welcome back. So hopefully your model looks something like this, 4 groups. And then you equal shared until you got to 16. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that left you with 4 in each group. And your division sentence should have read 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Did you get that one? Good. All right, let's try another one of those. One more. This time we have 20 counters and 5 groups. All right, again, you're going to pause the video to draw your model, or you can use real counters if you have them, and write your division sentence. Come back when you're done. All right, so hopefully it looked like this. You drew 5 groups, and then you equal shared until you got to 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then your division sentence should have read 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Because we had 20 counters split into 5 groups, 4 in each group. All right, good job. So now what I want to review is using a number line for repeated subtraction. So let's say that I have this problem. Okay, not too tough. What's my first step that I need to do? Right, I need to draw my number line. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and I like to number it to help keep me straight. Oh, look what I did. See, sometimes even the teacher messes up. Remember, our number line always needs to start at 0. There we go. All right, now how many am I going to count back by each time? Right, I'm going to subtract 3. So I start at 9. 1, 2, 3. There's my first bump. 1, 2, 3. My second bump. 1, 2, 3. My third bump. How many bumps do I have? 3. So that means my answer is 3. All right, now it's going to be your turn. I would like for you to draw a number line to solve 10 divided by 2. See if you can draw the number line, count backwards, and then figure out the answer. Hit pause and come back once you solved it. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you drew your number line. What did it have to start at, which I forgot last time? 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to number it. Okay, and now I'm going to count back. How many am I going back by each time? Right, I'm subtracting by 2, divided by 2. So start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, let's count the bumps to figure out our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is 10 divided by 2? 5. All right, let's try one more number line problem. This time, I'd like for you to do 12 divided by 6 and figure out that answer. You're going to hit pause, draw your number line, and then come back once you solved it. All right, are you ready? So let's draw our number line. That should always be your first step. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I number it. Okay. All right. How many am I counting back by each time? Right, I'm subtracting 6. So I start at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew, that's a big jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way back to 0. So how many bumps do I have? Just 2. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. All right. Now, we're going to solve some similar problems to that, but this time we're going to use repeated subtraction. So let's say that I have the division sentence 15 divided by 5. How can I use repeated subtraction to solve that? Well, step 1 is I turn it into a subtraction problem. So 15 minus 5 equals 10. And then remember, I'm just going to rewrite all of these subtraction problems until I get to 0. So I pull up my 10, and I do 10 minus 5 equals 5. Pull up my 5. 5 minus 5 equals 0. Then once I've made it to 0, I count how many problems did I have. 1, 2, 3. So my answer to 15 divided by 5 is 3. I like this method because it really shows you how division and division and subtraction are related. So what I'd like you to do is use repeated subtraction to solve a couple problems. For your first one, let's do 9 divided by 3 and see if you can figure out the answer. Pause, write your subtraction problems, and come back once you've solved it. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too tough. So we're going to start by turning this into a subtraction problem. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Pull up my 6 to create another problem. 6 minus 3 is 3. Pull up my 3 minus 3, 0. Once I make it to 0, I count how many problems are there. 1, 2, 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. All right. Let's try one more. How about 21 divided by 7? All right, hit pause, solve that with repeated subtraction, and then come back to check. All right, let's check it. Step 1, turn it into a subtraction problem. 21 minus 7 equals 14. 14 minus 7 equals 7. 7 minus 7 equals 0. 3 again. I don't know why I kept picking all these with 3 as the answer, but 1, 2, 3. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. All right, how are we doing so far? You remembering all this, feeling confident? Good, I hope so. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to focus on relating multiplication and division. Did you remember that they're inverse operations? That means they're opposite, okay? So you can undo one with the other. So let's look at an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, there's an array, okay? How can I make a division sentence from this array? Well, the first thing I need to do is count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my dividend is going to be 12. My divisor is going to be how many rows do I have? 3. And then my quotient is how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's my division sentence. How can I write a multiplication sentence for that same array without changing anything? Well, to get my first factor, how many rows do I have? 3. Times how many columns? 4. How many are there total? 12. Okay, so that's what we're going to practice. I'm going to give you a model. It might be an array. It might be equal groups. And then you're going to give me the division sentence and a multiplication sentence to go with it. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, so that's 5 groups. Okay, there's your model. I'd like for you to write me the division sentence and a multiplication sentence that go with that. Pause, come back once you've gotten it. Okay, let's start with our division sentence. How many counters do I have total? Or I guess how many tally marks? 25. Divided by how many groups? 5. And then how many were in each group? 5. So my division sentence reads 25 divided by 5 equals 5. What about my multiplication sentence? How many groups do I have? How many are in each group? 5. How many are there total? 25. Did you get that one right? Let's try one more. All right, we have an array. Can you give me the multiplication and division sentence that go with this exact same array? Hit pause, come back once you solve it. All right, let's start with our division sentence. First, we have to figure out how many squares we have total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So our dividend was 30. Divided by how many rows do I have? 5. And then that equals how many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 divided by 5 equals 6. What was your multiplication fact for it? 5 rows times 6 columns equals 30. Good. All right, so that was, the first one was using a model. This one was using an array. Same process to determine the division and the multiplication fact. Now, what do these lead into? Fact families. Yeah. So fact families use the same 3 numbers to create 4 different problems. 2 division facts, 2 multiplication facts. So if I wanted to finish this fact family out, what would my other division sentence be? Right, I would flip my quotient and my divisor, and it would be 30 divided by 6 equals 5. What about my other multiplication sentence? If I use the commutative property of multiplication, that tells me that I can flip my factors, and my answer remains the same. So here's my fact family right here. I have 2 division sentences, 2 multiplication sentences. And I made all 4 of those using the same 3 numbers. 5, 6, and 30. Okay? So we're going to practice a little bit with fact families. What if I give you the numbers 8, 2, and 16? Can you give me 2 division and 2 multiplication sentences made from those 3 numbers? Give me the fact family for those numbers. Hit pause, write them down, come back once you have it. All right. What do you think? Let's start with our multiplication facts. 8 times 2 equals 16. Commutative property of multiplication tells me I can turn it around to give me 2 times 8 equals 16. What about my division problems? Just like with subtraction, my dividend always needs to be the biggest number. So I have to start with 16 divided by 8 equals 2. And then what would my other one be? I flip my quotient and my divisor. My dividend can't change. Always has to start with my biggest number. And this time, oh, that's really bad. Divided by 2 equals 8. Okay, so what do you think? Are you feeling pretty confident about your division skills? Because that review just covered everything that we learned in division. Remember, if you're ever feeling stuck or like you don't know what's going on or you need a little extra help, just reach out and we can set up a time to meet.